Hey guys, Ash here, Racial Legends. Welcome to the video. Glad to have you here. Taking a little bit of time out of your day, chilling with me, talking some Raid Shadow Legends, sending some love and positive vibes your way, especially if you're going through something and you need it out there today. Today, I want to talk about one of my favorite champions. He's kind of semi-old school now, right? But he was a freebie,
What in heaven's name are you talking about?
And I've always thought, I've actually had this video idea. I take like notes in my little notepad on my phone. Look at my son, by the way, and his big banana that he won at the theme park. You guys see that a little bit? Not really? Yeah, that banana. I have nowhere to put it in my house. It's just chilling in my living room. Just sitting there, creepily in the corner. A massive, massive 6-foot banana.
I've been sitting here for days!
Anyway. I take notes in my phone when I have a video idea, of course, and I've had this note sitting there for like a year, talking about how unbelievably underrated Loki is, right? Loki the Deceiver. He was a freebie. I made an initial video on him, as I tend to do after he was released in the game, and then I kind of never touched him here on the YouTube channel again. And today is finally the day that we're going to give Loki some well-deserved love as one of the most underrated champions in the game, in the opinion of yours truly. Hopefully you'll share that opinion if I do my job correctly by the end of this video. So let's talk about why I love Loki, right? Some of it is apparent. Some of it is, you know, maybe less apparent or maybe forgotten or overlooked in his kit, right? So he's a support champion. He's Spirit Affinity. He's 19k HP, 1321 base defense, which is really good. He's fairly tanky, right? And then he has a 105 base speed as well, which is good, but not great. He has an AoE on his A1, Flames of Mischief. So it's an AoE, you can put him in a stun set. He's great, just exceptional for wave control anywhere that you can use him. Doom Tower floors, Curse City floors, Faction Wars hard mode. He's very, very good. He brings a lot of control to the table, right? He has an AoE, has a 50% chance of increasing the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. If he's under a Veil or Perfect Veil, that's a 70% chance, right? So everything about Loki, obviously, as a reminder, gets better if he's under a Veil or Perfect Veil, and he starts each round with 2 turns of Perfect Veil, right? There's more to that. We'll get to that when we get to the passive, right? But this is a great freaking ability, especially in Hydra Clan Boss. The AoE, the high chance of an AoE increased duration of all enemy buffs is a great place to start with his A1. On his Deceiver's Gambit, I love the name of this ability. You're selecting, actually, I want to start with his A3, because usually that's your opening move, and then you go to the Deceiver's Gambit as your second move. So Bandit Flash, his A3 ability, has a 100% chance when booked to steal all buffs from the target enemy and 100% of their turn meter. These effects cannot be resisted if he's under the Veil or Perfect Veil. So in the arena, he's irresistible on his first move because he's always going to start under the Perfect Veil. If the target's turn meter was not stolen, fills the turn meter of all allies by 15% instead. You can use this to your advantage as making him maybe a speed booster or turn meter booster for the rest of your allies in some situations, depending on who you target. Also has an increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns, so now in the arena he can set up your attack-based nukers as well as being a turn meter support, as well as stealing all turn meter and stealing all buffs from the target enemy. What a great, great move. Now, let's just say you steal their turn meter, 100% of it, right, and all their buffs, and you get another turn right afterwards. You go into the Deceiver's Gambit, select a target, and the target's an enemy. You have a 100% chance when booked on a 3-turn cooldown of placing a block active skills and a block buffs for 2 turns. If the champion is using the skill under a Veil or Perfect Veil, applies a debuff spread, taking 2 random debuffs from the target, placing them on all enemies. Well, we just stripped somebody of all their buffs, right? So we're at least going to hopefully land them on 1 target, right? A Valor Perfect Veil, we still have it for 2 turns, so we still have it here at the start of the match. We go in, we block active skills, we block buffs as well. If the target is an ally or this champion, we get a heal and a Perfect Veil on them for 2 turns. If the target's already under a Valor Perfect Veil, applies a buff spread, taking it from another random or buff and placing it on ally. You guys get what I'm saying, right? You can read, I apparently can't. But this is cool. It allows, if he has the Valor Perfect Veil, and let's just say, you know, they're all under Stone Skin or whatever, or you're using this later on in the rotation, you can target Loki himself if you want to. He's already under the Perfect Veil. You can buff spread everything, right? So still provides utility even the worst case scenario. What I love about Loki, he has an accuracy in all battles by 60. That's not what I love, but that's a nice add-on. But the misstep is such a cool freaking passive. It's so powerful and it's so unique. He's the only champion in the game who can evade. I'm talking every Void Legendary. I'm talking every mythical in the game. Only one champion can evade. And evade is very powerful. Evade, you will not get hit, take damage, or have any of the accompanying effects as well, right? So an Armand stun, it won't land, you know?
I'm Batman.
Plays a Perfect Veil. We already talked about that. A Perfect Veil on this champion for 1 turn whenever his HP drops below 50%. So now we get another kick in on the Perfect Veil. This passive effect is not on a cooldown here. The active effect has a 15% chance to evade an enemy skill and all of its accompanying effects. If this champion's under a Valor Perfect Veil, that's a 30% chance to totally dodge, so to speak, everything that's coming at him. And this is an enemy skill, not just a hit, right? It'd be one thing if it was just a hit, okay, but the place debuffs, no, just a skill at all, right? Active effect. If this champion's HP is below 50%, so let's say this is already triggered, you've already got your Perfect Veil, when targeted by an enemy skill, he has a 100% chance to evade the skill and all of its accompanying effects. This guaranteed evade then goes on that cooldown, 4-turn cooldown. Whew, that makes him so difficult to kill. All right, so we talked about what makes him so good. He's tanky, he's tough to kill, he's great control, he can neutralize mythical champions, you can put him in a stun set and put him to work in wave clearing content, you can use him in Hydra. There's a lot going on Loki, right?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm a very busy person.
Now Loki for Hydra, I would run Loki in Cruelty, right? Because Cruelty will add a whole nother dimension to his kit. It will allow you to decrease the defense on his AoE, on his A1 all the time, ergo a lot of more damage, especially in longer battles, right? So definitely want to go Cruelty in Hydra. But I like Lightning Cage in this particular build. We decided to switch things up a little bit. Usually I go Stone Skin in the arena for almost every champion, right? But Pinpoint and Feral work very, very well on this champion, right? Because Pinpoint, because he has the block active skills, he has the debuffs, we had to be careful of Polymorph, of course. But he's starting with the Perfect Veil anyway, which gives him some protection, as well as a 15% AoE damage mitigation on the Perfect Veil. And then we have the Feral. Plays a block debuffs buff on the wearer at the start of each round for 2 turns. So a 4-piece Feral gives us the block debuffs. And then we had the 4-piece Pinpoint. Moreover, we get a lot of accuracy and speed from both of these sets. Both of these sets are perfect for a champion like Loki. So we're gonna run, again, the Pinpoint and the Feral. What's my odd piece of gear here? I have 4 Pinpoint, I have 1 Perception. We don't really need this Perception on him. Let's try to make a little switcherooski. It was a good Perception. I'm looking at this piece right now, I'm thinking, why did I use a 6-star glyph on this? You ever do that? Any of your gear? Like look at something that you rolled up or you glyphed out a long time ago and you're like, what was I thinking? Like a double speed roll? I used a 6-star? Damn. I was probably had it. You know what happened? I had it on a really good champion that I really wanted to make fast, obviously. And generally I say all this because generally I save. Either has to be a really broken OP set, like maybe like a really nice protection or merciless or supersonic piece. But generally I save a 6-star glyph for a trip roll at least, right? Anyway, I digress. Sorry for that long tangent there. So let's go priority stats. Speed. and accuracy. It's really all we really care about on Loki. And then let's hide set filters, and let's see what the best... Alice, let me show you guys what it is. Let's show you the fitting room here. So Alice will make him slower, but give him more accuracy. You know what? Screw that. Let's take that accuracy and go to low priority. Low priority. High priority on the speed. That's more like it. So all these champions, Lazarius, I'll show you the gear. Lazarius with a quad roll. That's the fastest weapon on my account right there. Crixia with a quad roll. And Alas with a trip roll. I don't want to steal from any of these guys, honestly. I could get 12 speed, but I had to tank 60 accuracy if I picked up this immunity weapon. You know what? Screw it. We'll stay with what we've got. You know what? Sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the other side of the fence. All right, so as I told you guys, stat priors on this dude are going to be speed and accuracy. Okay, there it is. Granted, he does have the perfect veil, so we do have some, early round advantage in the irresistible debuffs, which is nice. Okay, Hand of Uncreation. We're going to use this relic on him. Actually, I had this relic and I forgot I even had it. Reduces the chance of applying debuffs, stealing or removing buffs, stealing turn meter, or increasing skills cooldown against the wearer by 10%. It's kind of a niche relic. What do you guys think of this one, right? We get it up to a whopping 14%, though. So 14% to block, buff removal and whatnot. I felt like it kind of parlayed nicely with Lightning Cage. So we're going to rock some Lightning Cage here. He has the block debuffs from the Feral set at the start of the round, so now we have some protection, okay? And then we have Masteries. We went down, we wanted to go with Cycle of Revenge to boost that turn meter. We wanted to go with Rapid Response for the same reason. Now, I went Rapid Response. These are the old Masteries that I used a year and a half ago when he came out. Eagle Eye as well. Eagle Eye, most importantly, to get more accuracy on him, right? I'm wondering if I wouldn't just go with Arcane Celerity instead, though. I mean, he's rocking just one buff, increase attack. Oh, he has the Veils as well. Okay, yeah, we can rock that. All right, so that's the build, guys. Sorry. 11 damn minutes of a preamble before we even get into the action. You guys are saints for putting up with me.
Very good listener.
I decided to rock him with, like, a Fabian or an Armand's in this case. I actually fused fragment summoned Ishiyama the Immovable. And no offense to anybody who fused him and loves him, but it was just like I said. I wasn't a fan of him. I'm not a fan of him, but I'm gonna run him anyway because why not, right? Wasn't a fan of this guy, right? Wasn't my favorite. Doesn't impress me. If you didn't go for him, I don't think you're missing out on much, honestly. So let's go in there. Oops, I should have stolen there. My bad. I was too busy yapping about this dude. So he can place a block damage if you kill an enemy. Whenever an enemy resists, blah, 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 blah. Well, there's not much we can do here. So let's just go ahead and A1 into UDK and do a little bit of damage to Wukong. He's in really good. He's in my Taurus gear right now, Ishiyama the Unmovable. And he's not impressing the hell out of me. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, super tanky team here. Let's get in there and let's start decreasing some turn meter and getting some resists. Fantastic. All right. So now we can actually go in and we're going to get a resist. Well, let's try. Okay. We blocked the steal. We didn't get resisted, but we blocked the steal. Obviously, there's a 50-50 against Stone Skin. But I still think we're doing pretty well here. Just going to neutralize this guy right here. Nishak. AoE on the A1. And... oh, UDK. Still as annoying as ever, right? Let's come back in here and, let's just get rid of UDK. That way we can... okay, get you guys ready for the big Ishiyama AoE? 50k damage or so. Give or take, right? Give or take. All right, let's go against the, so we're not under the Veil of the Perfect Veil, but I would like to, target Nishak, because we don't want him bombing us, so let's block active skills. Go in here for the stun. My favorite matches sometimes to showcase this champion in Loki are the matches where he's kind of like the last one living, or you have a few deados on your team, right? I like those matches a lot because that's when you see all those evades, you know? I love me a good evade. All right, Ishiyama, you can't even kill Sun Wukong, bro? Really? Really?
This is all I got.
All right, let's steal that turn meter away. I love that control. Just take the biggest threat or the fullest turn meter, steal it all away, right? And then you feel, you know, it's stealing, so he gets another turn right away. We go in there, we block active skills, we neutralize, and now the team is dead, okay? Man, Ishiyama, dude.
Why are we still here?
I'm sorry, I'm talking so much smack about this guy. And I feel bad because I know some of you, based on the comments, actually disagree with me and actually like him quite a bit. So I feel bad. I feel bad talking smack about him. I'll stop it. I'll stop it. He's not the worst champion in the game. I was just like, you know, granted, every account is different. And some people might, you know, look for different things, obviously. Okay, I'm thinking maybe I should have subbed out Ishiyama, but I'm done. I'm done. No more talking smack. Okay, so they go first. They freeze my entire team. I don't like this. Let's go in here and let's sheep Marius, okay? Now, Loki is up next. So what I want to do here is I'll steal turn meter from their turn meter booster in Arbias. Okay, I'll go in. I can still land this stun. I'm fine. Okay, let's try to lock down our bias a little bit more. Okay, let's boost, go back to Loki. He's going to go in there, and we're going to go ahead, and we're going to target Marius, spread the debuffs. We have nice control right now on the squad. All right, man, this is your big time to shine, buddy. They all have revive on death, but we want to kill him anyway. Get rid of it, right? Let's go in there and, I don't know, let's try to remove the, reduce the, beautiful. Can we get the kill shot there? Loki! All right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm gonna, oof. I'm gonna, no. I'm gonna go in and attack. We could get frozen there. Oh, okay. That was the wrong move, but it's okay. Siffi's still like 3 turns away from her cooldown. We're just gonna AoE on the A1. We're gonna stun them all with greatest hits. And then we're gonna get sheeped on Armand's. Little wand of submission action on the enemy team. All right. What do we want to do in this situation? He's not under the Veil or Perfect Veil. I want to steal all buffs from somebody, right? I want to steal all those buffs from Gurgo the Augur. Okay, let's go in here and try to take out Siffi. There we go. Ishiyama! Doing Ishiyama things. Okay, and there we go. So that was a formidable team, right? That was a formidable team. And I just love it. There's so many... You know what I like about it, too? Is I love all the options that you get from Loki, you know? There's so many times, whenever it comes to him in the fight, you're like, okay, what do I want to do here, you know? Let's go to live arena. All right, guys, here we go. There's only 12 minutes, so we got to go in. We got to go in. We got to get a battle in here. Some high-octane live arena starring Loki and a bunch of pay-to-win champions, I'm sure. That's my boy! FL Ant, A-N-T. Okay, so what is our strat going to be here? Ideally, we go first, we play a lot of control. So maybe some Fabian, I want to go all out speed, right? So I want to pick my fastest champions. I want to try to get an early control of the match. So maybe I'll go Armand's, maybe a Fabian, and Loki. I love like comboing them together. Maybe Crexia, who knows? But we want to go speed. So we do have to be concerned with speed auras. We have our Siffi, who I have fairly fast as well. Let's see what Ant does here. Ant, I'm vamping. Can you select, please?
What about my needs? What about me?
Okay, he goes the most popular 1-2 punch in all live arena, Marius and Armand's. We're gonna go with we need to have our speed aura, and I would have went Armand's and something else, but now we have to shift strategies and go Marichka because of her speed aura. And I might as well go speed, all out speed with Laz, who will keep in his base form primarily, and we'll ban Marius. Psychologically, when in doubt, when you don't know who to ban, you know, it's not always the answer, but as I say on my second channel where I do more live arena content, Sometimes psychologically, you draft your most comfortable pick first, right? Everybody does it. I did it with Siffy, right? So to combat that, we can go with the ban on the first pick. In this case, the reason I'm banning is because I have so much turn meter support or turn meter depletion on my team with Loki and Laz that I can't deal with Marius. So he's an easy out. They go Fabian and Odin. So a lot of control and speed on their team as well. I'm going to go with, I don't know. Let's go Embreeze. Let's go Embreeze and let's go Loki. Drafting Loki, you gotta wonder what good old Auntie is thinking on the draft there. Like, did my man just draft pay to win and free to play? All right, nice. Not nice. All right, he bans Marichka. We're gonna go with the speed or lead of Laz. So we have Siffy, Embreeze, Lazarius, and Loki. Interesting squad here. Okay, we're in battle. All right, Ant. We go first. We pass it to Siffy. She passes it to Loki. So now we want to come in. Who has the fullest turn meter of these three? It doesn't really matter, does it? What we want to do is go in and we want to take... we'll take Odin's turn meter. And then we will take the... I always forget what the extra turn moves are. We'll take that extra turn. We'll come in here and we'll take another extra turn. Sure. And then let's atomize. Boom. That went well. The bad news is he still has this mofo. So we can't really do anything here. We could steal, like, let's just see what happens. If I pick him, Loki, he got block debuffs spread to him, which he already had. The only debuff he already had. Great. All right, so he's going to try to block revive, I imagine, on Siffy? Luckily, we have the veil of protection here. We have 3 stacks of whatchamacallit, necrosis on this dude as well. I'm going to keep him in base form on Laz. We need all the protection we can get because once he starts popping us off in his alternate form, we're in trouble. The big question is can we get the kill with a block revive? And we can, and there he goes. He's down. Let's get another match in because honestly, that was fun. It was awesome, and we neutralized with Loki, but we also went first. Sneaky 99. Sneaky 99 from the Deuce Vault. All right, what do we got here? Armons. I mean, let's go. Darn it. Let's go Marius on our squad. I'm sick of banning Marius. So let's go Marius on my team. My team!
Okay.
So we got our Marius. You know what really sucks so badly? Is I have a +3 to Misha. That's the empowerment champion for Marius. Womp womp. And I've had him on my damn 8 times wish list for Soul Stones for 10 years, and I still got him at 1. I guess I shouldn't complain. 1's better than nothing, right? Anyway, we're going to go speed here again now that Marius is on my team, and we'll go with Laz. I went Embreeze last time. Let's go with the cock this time. What do you guys think? And then let's go Loki. I'm like, who do I want to go with? Loki, Ash. Loki. Hey. Oh. I'm like, why can't I pick him? Did the other team pick him? Because you already drafted 2, you dummy. Sorry, I get a little distracted when I'm recording and playing at the same time. I'm not good at much in life. I apologize. Who do we want to ban? Armons! That's a no-brainer. So they've got a Queen of Hearts. They've got an Embreeze, they've got an Arbias, and they've got a Siegfried. The one thing you want to always do is check to see who has polymorph. Nobody does. That's great. All right, they banned my Siffy. I don't like that. Don't come for my Siffy. The cool thing is we have a Revive on Death as well as increased defense on Galeas. So there's that. All right, here we go. I love this dude. I'm not saying he's the best champion in the game, right? Loki. But I think he's just so damn underrated. Okay, so I made the mistake and I went with buffs against Queen of Hearts. And we have the True Fear. So this might not work. Let's steal buffs from... Or actually, yeah. Let's go Beautiful. Let's go right after the queen herself. Big turn meter boost on our bias right now. And if Siegfried gets a turn, we're going to be in a world of hurt. I can't believe we didn't land a enfeeble there. All right. Marius, what you got, buddy? Get that extra turn. Oh! I'm such an idiot playing with the buffs into the queen. Into the queen. All right, so now we only have the cock. That's all we have. Oh, he's down. I'm such a dum-dum. Let's get revenge. One more battle. One more battle. So your boy really screwed up there. I screwed up big time by going with... I played into Queen of Hearts with buffs 2 times unnecessarily. I could have won with Marius, but I'm a dum-dum. Let's go with Siffy. She's worked out with me, for me. She's worked out with me? Yeah, we go to the gym. Every Mondays and Wednesdays, I meet Siffy at the gym. Those bony arms, great form at least. They go Warlord, so I want to go heavy mythical to combat Warlord a little bit. I'll probably ban Armands. Let's go Star Sage, right? Star Sage. Let's go with, I feel like you guys haven't seen the cock in action yet, you know? Let's give him one more shot. I'm such a dum-dum. I should have won that last match. 2 times buffing into the Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts, man, I don't have her. Sometimes I feel like you play poorly. You just kind of space out for a second when you go against a champion that you don't have, you know? At least that's my excuse, so let me live with it. All right, here we go. All right, guys, so he went Glaciate of the Meltwater. Armand's Embreeze and Warlord. Warlord's going to go first here. So he goes first. He locks me out. But remember, we have that relic on... hey, the misstep! He went for Loki on the misstep. That was the beauty of the passive, right? Look at my man, so well protected. The lightning cage, the perfect veil. He just got it all going on. Let's steal all. Let's get rid of all these buffs, man. We're gonna go for it here. We're not here to play passive. All right, clearly we demonstrated that in the last match. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and steal some turn meter. And Warlord, what you got, buddy? What you got? Everybody's locked out. Star Sage took care of that. All right, let's end this battle. Maybe we can sneak one in really quickly. All right, boom. We'll end it right here. Go ahead. Go ahead. Boom. Nice. Go in. Deceiver's Gambit. He's already locked out 150 different ways. All right. Let's, there we go. All right, guys, one more battle. One more battle. I want to find one more stacked team because we didn't get the hardest teams in the world in the live arena. They go first. They smack me down. I'm not liking it. I'm not loving it. Okay. Can I get a turn? Armands, are you ready? Let's get rid of... Oh, let's just go in with a stun. Who am I kidding? All right, let's go and steal all buffs from Embreeze, or at least one buff, and then let's try to do delete number 1 with Allah's. Let's go in there and Loki again. I actually should have waited on that. My bad. I'd rather get Allah's to get some block damage up before we go ahead and revive all of these beasts. Oh, come on. Just kill her. Just kill her. There we go. Okay. Now we can come in, re-stun. Problem is this guy is going to revive Marichka, Lazarius. So we got to get rid of Lazarius here. He's our big concern right now. And we can do it. Double delete. Yeah. That's what you call a tanky delete button defense or HP-based nuker, right? A pretty good sub getting him in there for Ishiyama. But anyway, guys, there it is. That's going to do it for the video. Thank you for watching. I really love Loki. As I said earlier, I don't think he is the best champion in the game or anything like that. He's not endgame meta, but I think that a lot of people could get a lot more from this champion. I love his survivability, and I love a good control champion, and Loki, to me, is just that. Thank you for watching till the end of the video. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.